Hey YouTubers and Star Wars fans, this is my Black Series Star Wars figure review of the Sandtrooper. I think he's the squad leader actually, but you know, if you're of a certain age like myself, he's just a Sandtrooper. He's got his orange pauldron, third figure to come out in the Black Series line, and when I first saw this on the shelf, I pretty much probably wept because it is perfect. It's literally perfect. I mean, I liked the vintage collection one when that came out, and I thought that was like amazing. And then this came out, and it's just, I mean, he just looks literally like he's just walked out of the film. And Hasbro completely and utterly, for me, sort of set out their stall with that figure and said, look, this is going to be an amazing line. And at the time, there's a lot of people saying, 6-inch can't last, 6-inch will never feel like a complete collection, blah, 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 because people were miserable about, you know, vintage collection finishing. But this figure justified all of the hype, justified the whole 6-inch line. Like, if you don't like this figure, if you haven't bought this figure, then I don't understand how you are a Star Wars fan from the original trilogy, because it is, as a kid, if you'd have given me this as a 6 or 7-year-old, like, I'd have just freaked out. Like, I wouldn't have ever put it down. It would have been in my hand while I was having my dinner. It'd have been in bed with me every night. It would have been at school with me. This is the reason that we have Star Wars figures. This is it. So, let me calm down. I think when he first come out, Forbidden Planet were overcharging for him. I might have spent 25 quid on him or something. They kind of knew that he was the one to have in the first wave, and they were really cheeky and they bumped the price up on him. But yeah, so that was a bit annoying. But he does come with a blaster. He comes with 2 guns, which, you know, these were back in the early days when they were giving you everything, trying to get you interested in the line. You don't really get that many accessories these days. I mean, you do on some figures, it's unfair. But yeah, and they used to paint them as well. Look, it's got lovely metallic paint on there. Look, colours, paint applications. Hasbro just dropped the ball a bit on that at the moment, which is a bit of a bugbear of mine. But the actual wash on the Sandtrooper, I mean, he's just perfect. He stands perfectly. And yeah, when this come out, I was just like, and my friend also, shout out to my friend Gerald G-Man. He got this figure the same day, and we were both just like absolutely enthralled with it. Anyway, he has got something like 23 points of articulation, and yeah, I think that's enough for anybody. There are other versions of him which I'll come on to as I go through all my reviews. I think this is one of those figures where I just have to give it 5 out of 5, or if I was doing it out of 10, it's 10 out of 10. Like, I can't fault it. There's nothing I would change about this figure. It's absolutely perfect. If it had only come with one of the guns, it'd have been perfect, and they gave me three guns. The backpack as well, should have turned it around. That's brilliant. I don't know, what can you say? It's brilliant. It's really good, and I think something to mention on this is that the SH Figure Art Stormtrooper mould they come out with at the beginning was pretty ropey. It didn't look great, and so although on my last review talking about Darth Maul absolutely trumped the Black Series version when it comes to SH Figure Arts. The reason I sort of jumped all in on Black Series was because of this guy, because I just couldn't live with Stormtroopers not looking right, and yeah, SH Figure Arts really didn't do it very well at the beginning. Now, some people collect both, and that's fair enough, but for me, this is perfect. I can't imagine it ever being surpassed, really. So, anyway, thank you for listening, and may the force be with you. See you on my next review.